We are about to embark on a thrilling journey, a tale of a game born from pure passion, forged with ambition, and destined to reshape its world. Yet, even with such a bright beginning, it soon found itself battling the flames of development hell. Under the crushing weight of its own expectations, it crumbled, leaving its community to mourn what felt like a dream slipping away. But in the rubble, a distant cry echoed. Through the haze, a sliver of light broke through, and from that faint glow rose a roaring army, an unstoppable force built from passion, perseverance, and unwavering loyalty. Piece by piece, they gathered the fragments, rebuilding the pillars that once held impossible expectations, now reshaped by new dreams, strengthened by community, and reignited by a blazing spark of excitement. The fallen began to rise once more. What was once lost has been found again. This is a story of a game reborn. This is the story of Hytale. Hytale has had a treacherous journey, but to understand where it is today, we must go back to its inception. Long ago, a small team working within Minecraft set out to build the best minigame server, Hypixel. Over time, it grew into one of the largest, most influential Minecraft servers in the entire ecosystem. But as their ambitions expanded, they kept running face first into the limitations of Minecraft itself. Server development was heavily restricted to server-side features, client-side customization was limited, and modding created its own set of problems. Missing versions, mismatched mod packs, Fabric versus Forge, and endless compatibility headaches. To push their ideas forward, they needed to break free from Minecraft entirely. Already fluent in Java and deeply experienced in the block game genre, the Hypixel team decided to build their own game, one without limitations. Over the years, an idea began to form, a game that would reshape the block game genre for the foreseeable future. A game built creator first, from day one. Then on December 13, 2018, they dropped a trailer that shocked the entire gaming community. A world that looked like Minecraft, but richer, more vibrant, and more alive. A fresh take on the block building genre. In the months that followed, Hytale's community exploded with anticipation. The team posted development blogs, concept arts, early systems, and behind-the-scenes breakdowns. Hype grew, expectations grew, and those expectations eventually became the project's own poison. As excitement surged, the team got in contact with Riot Games for funding support. The project was becoming huge, fast. Eventually, Simon, the original CEO, decided to step back and sell the project to Riot. He believed his personal vision might limit what the team wanted for the game to become. This marked the beginning of a new era. Hytale entered the vast machinery of AAA development and found itself trapped in development hell, one of many ambitious titles swallowed by scope creep and endless internal changes. Riot decided the game needed a completely new engine, this time with full multi-platform support. This required rewriting everything from scratch while promising the community that a new engine would eventually match the capabilities of the old legacy version. For nearly a year, the community received only small glimpses while the engine reboot was underway. Eventually, Riot showcased a version of the engine that was nearly on par with the legacy build. It looked good, smoother lighting, cleaner tech, but something felt off. As the team continued porting content, the fire of development hell grew hotter, and inevitably, it set flame to everything around it. On the dark, grim day of June 23, 2025, Riot Games officially canceled Hytale due to scope creep and rising development costs. This news hit the community like a punch to the chest. An uproar erupted. Forums, Discord, socials, everywhere began to chatter. But within that chaos, a single spark appeared. Simon, the original creator, began to speak publicly, hinting at the possibility of bringing the game back, possibly starting development again. That simple spark ignited a wildfire of support. The community rallied harder than it ever had before. Everyone was watching as Simon spoke about how he felt he needed to get his vision back and revive it for the people who spent the last 7 years supporting the project. As we waited for Simon's sporadic tweets giving micro updates on his proceedings, we eventually got the fateful message that he was in the talks with Riot. The community waited and waited for an update on this, but it took many months. Week by week, the community grew with anticipation, talking more and more about what could be instead of what was lost. On a fate-filled day of November 17th, 2025, Simon had officially reacquired Hytale. The reaction was explosive. Hytale forums, fan artists, content creators, everyone came back, with more force than ever. Simon began releasing more information than the team had ever shared in years, insider details, tech breakdowns, development history, and it was the most open the project had ever been. And with that came the bombshell. Hytale wasn't just back, it was launching. Early access set to be released January 13th, 2026, less than 12 hours from the recording of this video. The curse was broken. The community surged with excitement. Artwork, mods, speculation, theories flooding back into the ecosystem. It's rare for a game to survive a cancellation from a AAA studio, but somehow, against all odds, Simon brought it back with help from the passionate community. Now that you know the journey, let's talk about why this game will reshape the block game landscape. Hytale is built from the ground up, creator first. Not an afterthought, not a modding patch, not a workaround. At its core, Hytale is practically a game engine designed as a game. This means first-party tools for scripting, modeling, animation, world gen, mod creation, with very little limits on what you're allowed and not allowed to do. Think Roblox mixed with Minecraft's server ecosystem. Hytale looks to reduce the friction with creation by making all mods or plugins server-side, which allows the client, aka the player, to download the mods when they join the server, rather than having to download them all individually. This makes it so the player doesn't have to have the correct mods or the correct versions to play. Instead, they just join and they get everything they need instantly. This makes it much easier for creators to change the game how they see fit. Along with those tools, they also made mod development work on the fly, where the server reloads instead of having to turn off and turn on to get the changes to show up. This means you can look at your code and models to make sure they're working correctly instantly, rather than having to wait forever for server restarts. This means faster development for all, and less friction in the workflow. They have also announced that there will be node-based scripting and world generation, so those who are not technical can still make mods themselves. Your own creativity becomes the limit, and Hytale becomes the backbone the community's dreams can stand on. Even before release, we've already seen a huge variety of mods for the game since the team gave some well-known modders early access to the game and its tools. Seeing what's been made already makes me think that there's a very good documentation and first-party tutorials for people to follow and learn from. We have already seen mods from basic skin variations like Ares livestock skins to full gameplay reworks like the top-down Vampire Survivor inspired mod made by one of the devs in his free time. This took a first-person RPG block game and turned it into a top-down hack-and-slash wave-based game. Insane. Hytale is already proving itself as a canvas for creativity, and tomorrow that canvas becomes public. With the game releasing in less than 12 hours, I hope this journey through its history and its future was informative and exciting. I can't wait to see what all of you create when you step foot into Orbis. Thank you all for watching. This was my first time making a video in this style. If you found it entertaining or informative, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I'll be making a lot more content when Hytale releases. Let me know in the comments what you will be creating in Hytale. I've got tons of ideas myself, and I'd love to see all yours. I'll also be launching a day one server for anyone to join as soon as I can, so check the Discord link in the description for details. Enjoy these last few hours before Hytale arrives, and I'll see you all in the next one.